You know, it's so nice to have you here, but we're so used to seeing you with your brothers, Kevin and Joe. So it's just really good. How are you? How are your brothers?
I'm good. I'm really blessed, happy to be here today. It's amazing to be here among all these fans and these people in this room.
It's so funny, you're so quiet and everybody's so loud. Oh. We're all like this.
But wait, Kevin's married.
Kevin is married. He's with his wife in New Jersey.
And Joe's working on a solo album.
Joe just released his single. It's great. I'm excited for him.
Jonas Brothers no more? Like,
no. We're just taking some time to do some individual projects and enjoy kind of that journey that each of us are on. And it's exciting. You know, we're all doing different things and you know, kind of taking those experiences, knowing we'll come back and do something soon.
I got a lot of young girls backstage who are in here. They're screaming. I have to ask you, are you dating anybody?
Oh boy, you know, this is a question that I always try to avoid, but I think, you know, the thing is, I'm in a really good place right now as far as my personal life goes, and I usually keep.
I love this answer.
I usually keep the details of my relationship to myself.
So I have a question for you, because I understand you are a Broadway baby. You are a Broadway man. So you did Les Mis. You went over to London. You did Les Mis. How was that? That's what I hear.
So that was this past year, back in October. I did the 25th anniversary in London.
That was your dream role, though, right?
It was. I did the show when I was 11, and here in New York. I did 3 other shows, and I actually did Christmas Carol and Get Your Gun, Beauty and the Beast. I did it with Frank Langella and some other people, and it was just a beautiful experience.
I remember that.
I have to say this. I can absolutely understand why your brothers. You're the youngest, but I can understand why your brothers call you Mr. President. You have such. I mean, his whole demeanor when he talks, and I'm not in a business.
Are you going into politics?
I would like to.
Really? I mean, you totally see it. I mean, it seems like you're a natural leader. They say you're natural.
That's the year.
Okay.
2040 is when you're gonna run. Listen, you heard it first. I don't know what your platform would be.
Oh, taking it slow. I got a lot of time to figure that one out.
Well, it's so funny because, like I said, you're the youngest, but you've actually, you know, you write your own music. You have been acting and been in the business longer than your brothers. What was your first acting job?
My first acting job was A Christmas Carol here in New York.
Oh, really?
It was a beautiful experience. You know, I was 7 at the time. I think that's the thing that, you know, is so interesting is that was now, you know, 11 years ago. And
I feel like I want to say Mr. President. The way Nick is acting.
How old are you now?
I'm 18.
18, oh.
Yeah, so that was 11 years ago, and I feel like, you know, I've had the blessing of having some great experiences in this business and starting at a young age and you know, really enjoying each step of the way and kind of learning a lot along the way and working with some great people as well.
Well, you were a young performer. You're a very young performer. You started very young. We were talking about that in the Hot Topics about this little Steinfeld girl who's going to be possibly naked in a movie at the age of 14. What do you think about that?
You know, I don't think it's really my place to judge. You know, I'm a fan of the work she did in True Grit. I think that, she was unbelievable in that movie. And I haven't had the chance to meet her yet, but from what I hear, she's really a sweet girl.
Would you do it?
Would I do it? I can tell you this. I would not have done it at 14.
Not at 14.
You know, Nick, I know I'm type 2 diabetic, and I know that you were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I do check my blood 3 times a day, but you have to check your blood level up to 12 times a day. It's a drag sometimes having diabetes. What do you have to go through? How do you feel about that?
It's, you know, it's a day-to-day struggle. I was diagnosed when I was 13. We were in the middle of a tour, and I started to see the symptoms.
You have an insulin pump, right?
I do. I have it in my back pocket. I wear it all the time, and started to see the symptoms of diabetes, and went to the doctor and found out that my blood sugar was over 700.
Oh my gosh!
And it's got to be 70 to 120, and so it was definitely a tough time in my life. And you know, I look back at it now, and I see it as an opportunity to speak to other people who deal with this, and you know, to look at it with a good outlook, and that's all you can do. But it is tough.
I just had to, I know you have to do this question, but I wanted to know, because I know you're a sci-fi fan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Are you planning to make any sci-fi movies? Are you writing anything? What's happening?
I would love to. I mean, as far as acting goes, the only thing I've done really so far is just some musical theater stuff and some TV projects with my brothers. So any acting opportunity that comes up would be amazing, but I'm a big fan. But it seems all my favorite shows get canceled the minute I start to really get into it. I feel like I'm cursed or something.
I feel the same way.
It was basically started with, and it wasn't a sci-fi show, but the show called Jack and Bobby that I fell in love with about. Oh, it was so good. And then, you know, obviously Heroes and Flash Forward, all that. So those were all big ones.